Hi, this is Ollie Hines, aka Diamond Oz from metalunderground.com. I'm very privileged and honoured to say that we're here with Dallas I'm here with Dallas from Nile. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So the tour's about midway through now.
Yep.
It's been really extensive. You've been off in Latvia and Finland, Sweden, places like that. How's it been going overall?
Good, good. This is kind of our second leg of the tour. The first one was mainly just targeted towards Europe. So yeah, we hit like Norway, Sweden, Finland, and now we're here in the UK. We did like you said, like in Estonia, places like that. And a few other markets that we always do. Like we did Berlin, and we just came from Holland. So and I think we're going to Rotterdam after we leave here.
Yeah, so, I saw that was on the itinerary.
Yeah, and then finally we get a day off. There's one day off on the whole tour.
Bloody hell, spells.
We like to stay busy.
No doubt. So have you been able to reach some of these countries before, like Estonia and Latvia, or is this the first time you played?
We've been there before, and we usually try to get there at some point on one of the tours when we cross the pond.
Yeah.
We usually try to get all of them, all the markets, not necessarily just all the main ones.
Yeah.
We like to come back around and get some of the other smaller places, and try to just get to everybody.
Yeah. Well, I saw later on you've got quite an extensive trek of Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been that deep into Russia before, or just Moscow and St. Petersburg?
Yeah, this will be our second time, and the first time we flew in, we did some festival in Ukraine, and it was just like 3 or 4 shows. So it wasn't like as extensive, like you said, as this one.
Sweet. Well, the name of the tour is the same as the album, What Should Not Be Unearthed.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite an ironic title because what I've heard of it is really good.
Thank you.
So how's the response been overall?
It's been really great. I think a lot of the fans feel that it's kind of a return to form after Sethu, which I think is probably a little too clean in some ways. For me, it's our thrash metal album.
Yeah. It's definitely... I don't know if I'd say it's the most technical, but I remember seeing an interview of Carl where he was saying it was so much work to do the album. Mm-hmm. There was so much went into it. Was this time a little more sort of streamlined and more easygoing?
Every album has a set of challenges, and it's never the same when you go in the studio and start tweaking knobs and trying to get sounds or whatever. But we definitely wanted to get back to the more weighty, like Annihilation of the Wicked or Those Whom the Gods Detest kind of sound. Yeah. But as far as the songs, we wanted the technicality there, but we also just wanted to write some heavy stuff that that had some memorabilia, if you will.
Well, technicality has always been a big part of Nile. I mean, again, I've seen interviews where it's been discussed about the audience, and also it's almost, I haven't seen Nile yet myself, but what I can tell, it almost seems like a classical kind of concert in that it's so complex and intelligent that by the end people applaud it rather than go,
Sometimes there's that. It depends on the crowd. I mean, sometimes you got them, they're absolutely nuts and they're, bouncing off the ceiling and moshing the whole time. And then sometimes you get the crowd that's kind of like... So, and we're happy to play to any of those. Only time I get irritated was when I see a shitload of cell phones out there. That's kind of annoying, but it's cool to see some of those YouTube videos later too. So
yeah, I mean, the problem is with half of those mobile phone videos is that they're going to turn out crap.
Yeah, they don't sound great,
and they're just taking themselves out of the experience.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. I would never even consider doing that at a concert.
Do you know what? I did it once at Grasp Up last year, and I started filming Faith No More, and I did it for about a minute, and then I was like, I'm everything I ever hated now.
Yeah, to get like maybe just a quick clip and then post it or something like that is one thing, but to sit there and just try to get the whole concert,
oh god, no.
That's just annoying.
I'm a tourist of life. I'll watch this later on my YouTube account. It's sad.
Yeah, and what ends up, people just end up living in this thing.
Yeah. Like I say, social media is one thing, but living in it is unacceptable, really. So I noticed on the album, it's ever since Annihilation of the Wicked, you've been working with Neal Kiernan.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about him that really brings out the sound you want in Nile?
Well, we love working with Neal, you know, and now at this point we've worked with him so many times. We know what to expect from each other, and you know, we really like how he pushes us on our performances, because the thing is like, okay, the sound is the least important thing, actually. It's first the songs, then the performances, then the sound. So what he's really good at is just really pushing us on our performances, and just saying, oh yeah, that sounds great, do it again.
Perfect, do it 5 more times.
Yeah, that's brilliant, do it again. Yeah. That's actually the joke, because it can be that way.
Yeah.
Not quite, do it again. Almost there. But yeah, you know, who knows what the future will hold as far as what producer we use. I mean, we've done 5 albums with him now, so who knows? We probably will work with somebody else next time, just because that's what you do.
Yeah. Have either of you, or any of you, got into production mindset yourself? Are you looking to do it yourselves in the future?
Well, actually, on this last record, Carl and I did most of the engineering right at his house for tracking the guitars and tracking the vocals. So we were the ones doing the do it again to each other this time, and that was fun, you know. And then Neal just mixed it this time. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And you know, we've both, you know, made investments in equipment and stuff like that. You know, Carl's got a pretty good studio going on in his own house now, and I have a pretty decent one, decent set of reference monitors and stuff like that, and we're able to just kind of get in there and roll the sleeves up. We don't have to look at the clock the whole time. We can just work whenever we have to. Hey man, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go get something to eat, you know.
That's got to be great for you artistically as well, because art doesn't work on a schedule. Art isn't 9 to 5.
Exactly.
So have that kind of flow must be brilliant creatively.
Yeah, because usually the songs are completed in demo form with everything on them that's going to be on them.
Okay.
But as you start tracking, there's just, as you're going along, when you're actually doing it for the record, you discover that, hey, let's change this one little part right here. I got this idea here.
Almost perfect.
Yeah, we start changing it a little bit as we go, but all the basic roadmap is always there.
Okay. Wonderful. So, a question I noticed you get asked all the time is about live releases and DVDs and live albums and such. I was wondering, instead of that, do you think live releases have almost become outdated because of YouTube and the likes of that? People can watch whole concerts on YouTube now, and if you were to release a live DVD, the likelihood is someone would pirate it and upload it themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to do one in the future. It's probably going to be one of the next things we do. Okay. We're on our 8th album now, so, and people have been asking, are you going to put out a live DVD? Because we literally do. We have a lot of you know, backstage footage and stuff in the studio and all kinds of stuff like that we could put out a really well-rounded one.
Sweet.
But the timing hasn't, you know, it just hasn't been right yet, and we basically have just been keeping our heads down and just writing these albums and touring like crazy. So once we finally do, okay, it's time to take a break. Yeah. Then once this band actually does slow down, we probably will really consider putting out a DVD.
Okay. So
and yeah, it'll probably end up on YouTube and all that shit, and somebody will pirate it, and that's cool.
As long as people see it.
I can just pirate it too. I won't even, we won't even have to record it. We can just pirate it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for the interview. It's been a real pleasure to speak to you. Do you have any parting words for your fans?
Just thanks so much, whether you like what we do or not. Thanks so much for supporting metal through all the years. You're the guys that keep it strong. And also, I would have to say that all those flavor of the week pop bullshit will come and go, but you know the metal will always be here.
That's well said.